All right, what up, folks? Welcome back. So, got most of the parts laid out for the Qa1 doing the rear end. What is this? The Qa1? I guess you would call it coilover kit. Panel bar, torque arm. Going on to the strange engineering rear end. The wheel brakes. As you can see, got the first set of brackets on. I figured I'd record this. I've just been going. I haven't even had the camera up, but I do have the bipod, so we will be getting some more footage. But you see, went in there really nice with the C notches. Got the trailing arms in already. So yeah, big difference then compared to where it was. So there's just a quick short video, probably transition it into putting all this together. All right, real quick one. Catch y'all on the next one. All right, folks, welcome back. As you can see, got all the suspension on. Still got to install the e-brake cable, but ran into an issue there. So kind of put a stop to it. Let me show you real quick. So this is the normal e-brake lever. It normally is straight. So it would attach here and then obviously get pulled in once you. So we had to order another one, so I'll put the, I wouldn't say project on halt, but we want to tie the bed on. And obviously when you order something like that, the only place we can get it right now is eBay. At least that's the only place I found I can get it the quickest. So probably take about a week at the most to get that back. But see, man, real nice setup. On the difficulty scale, I give this about 8.5, maybe 9, and probably even harder if you didn't have all the tools. Then, as you know, this was a long bed that was converted to a short bed. So it did have the Z-frame cut. It's kind of hard to see because I did spray it. You can see there, bam, bam. So the guy welded plates, but the plates went further forward where this part of the kit was supposed to go. So I did have to trim some of it out. But I think even with me trimming it out, it, you know, with this whole structural bar and the fact that with the torque arm, it transfers power through the middle of the chassis. So, or power, or I don't know how you want to say it, torque, I guess you would say, transfer more torque to the middle of the frame than the outside. At least part of it, at least. So I think this whole kit actually probably really helps with doing something like this. As you can see, same thing on the other side. So, but I will say, just from looking at it, it definitely all ties in together. And then back here, I did have to trim out. So what a lot of people do is they'll move this bar right here back, this particular bar, and they'll move it back. I've done that in the past with a previous build, and the thing about it, it's not a bad thing to do. You can still do it, but you have to hack up part of the underside of the undercarriage of the truck. So it in my opinion, is more unnecessary work. All you got to do is just trim the underside of these bars. And why am I saying that? To make room for the fuel tank. So this right here is Boyd Welding, I believe, fuel tank. Has a 340 liter per hour fuel pump. And that's plenty for this one because we're just all stock. And then anybody who's new, I'll just kind of let you go peek at what we got going on. We got Gen 2 Coyote. Manual 6-speed. Obviously, we're still working out the kinks, getting all this thing put together, but we're right there, man. We got the MT82 in there. Still got to install the hump and everything. But yeah. MT82 6-speed. Obviously, Qa1 in the front. Then I see a lot of people, they don't run the overflow tank, the Coyote one. Me personally, I think that's essential just because that's how they were designed. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people like to not run it because of the aesthetic look, and that's fine. I'm sure it does work fine in most situations when it's done correctly, but I think it just takes away any type of worry, in my opinion, of having air inside of the motor when you running the Coyote overflow tank. You see we running a stock Coyote radiator, pushed it forward because we're about to possibly do a boost in the future. Definitely make room for the AC. And then also people who are doing this Qa1 kit for the rear end, for the sway bar, it actually uses the area of the rear end where the original shock mounts are, rear shock mounts that's on the 9-inch rear end. So my recommendation, if you're doing a kit like this, doing the Qa1 rear end kit for a 67 to 72, I believe even 73 to 79 I have a kit now. But either way, if you're doing the sway bar and you got putting the sway bar mounts on there on the underside where the original shock mount is, you actually have to cut that off and grind it flat with the tube to be able to fit the actual sway bar kit with this Qa1 kit. Or just, it's honestly, I've looked at other ones, it's like that with a lot of other ones too. So it's something I would do as you're taking all this apart, because I didn't notice it until it's time to put everything in. So word of caution for people doing this kit, but yeah. So up next, we're gonna get the fuel tank on, run those lines, and finish up this the wiring. Still got to bleed brakes and make brake lines, and so it's a few things I got to get done, but we rounding third. Being your boy Rock, man. Just a quick one. Well, I guess probably not that quick, so I'm probably tying this video into other videos. Real nice setup, man. I guess after doing all this work, I understand why people leave the bed open. Like, nah, you gonna see all that work I did, because it's a lot of work. A lot of people think you just gotta cut the C-notch, but it's a lot more than that. It's a lot of rivets you gotta cut and pop out, and then it's mainly the rivets that you gotta cut and pop out on the underside. I think it's like at least 12 on the underside, maybe 13 or 14 on the sides. And I think it might be a couple on the top. No, it's none on the top. Or was it? I'm not sure. I can't even. There's so many. I lost count, y'all. But that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of rivets. Yeah, metal rivets. If you don't know what I mean, like these. You got to cut these out, punch them out. So obviously you can get the bolts in. But yeah, now I'm rambling. It's Big Boy Rock. Catch y'all on the next video. All right, what's up with y'all? Welcome back. Just wanted to give y'all a quick overview on what's going on. Finally got all the wiring ran all the way to the back. Obviously we don't have the bed on, so that's the wiring for the bed. But got the fuel tank all wired up. Still gotta drop the fuel tank down once I put the bed on because we gotta cut the hole for the filler. But this thing's been coming together. Got the e-brake lines on. The first set that was sent to me was stripped out, so I have to order some and then send these back because we had these, we pre-ordered the parts, so it was past the time where you could order it. So what I did was order a fresh set, and then once I got the fresh set, I sent this set back so could get our money back because it's the same deal, got it from the same supplier, so sometimes you gotta do a little workaround. But see, also, I'm not sure if I had the brake lines plumbed, but got the brake lines plumbed. I bled them once. For some reason with these wheel woods, maybe it's something I'm doing incorrectly, but I have to go back and bleed them twice. So I think I'm gonna go back and bleed them one more time just to make sure everything's there. But the pedal feels all right, but I feel like it could feel better. So, but another reason why I'm showing this, so I got the brake lines on, and then this particular arm here, I did have to modify. I had to cut it so that way it would go straight. I don't know what it is. This truck was a long bed that was converted to a short bed. As you can see the Z cut, I painted over it. And then you also can see that there's plates. Pretty sure I showed it before, but so anyways, on the bed frame, there's rails that go across, that goes into these bolt holes. And so right here, that comes in contact, and right there the torque arm comes in contact as well. So the bed rail frame does have to be notched, and I'm gonna actually show you. It's funny that I've seen a lot of videos of people doing these and no one mentions this. So I guess I'll be the first one, and it's kind of funny because I called Qa1 and they said the same thing. So I guess it's not even just a issue where this truck was a short bed converted to long bed, or long bed converted to short bed, but I think it's just kind of part of the design. So I'm gonna take you over here to the bed. I got the bed on the side of the house. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. So keep in mind, what I'm talking about is no room here and no room there. All right, as you can see, I got the bed here on the side of the house. So right here, this is the front. So you can see I already have it marked out where I'm gonna have to cut. Excuse the double drawing, I messed up, but I'm gonna have to cut and basically box it in with welds. So I'm gonna cut it like this on both sides all the way through. Because as you can see, just so you can understand, it's kind of like a frame that goes all the way around. So, and then as you can see, the bed was shortened. I didn't do the work on shortening the bed, the whole long bed to short bed conversion, but somebody else did it. So I'm actually gonna, while I'm down here, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna throw some paint on these welds on the underside. I'm surprised they didn't do it. Just to keep that kosher, but just so you guys can see what goes on with the Qa1 swap in the rear end. You are going to have to do some modifications to the bed area. So like I said, there's more work to be done. get that all squared away because I went and set the bed on here and it was an issue. So yeah, I was just wondering why I couldn't put the bed down. And then I was looking at, and also that's what it is. One thing I did notice, and they did say that on the phone, is that certain ones, I believe it's 70, basically 1970 and up. That's what I'm gathering. So this one's a 67, so 67, 68, 69. They don't have bushings in between the bed. 67, 68, and 69. So I think some of them have bushings, which actually raises it up. And then, so I don't think this is as much of an issue. You probably wouldn't have to cut as much as I do, or you probably wouldn't even have to worry about this. And then also, it's because of it's the way they design where the e-brake goes. So I'm gonna talk more about this arm because I did have to slice it and then straighten it, and then I just welded it. And I'm pretty sure the welds should hold up. I don't see why not. It's just an e-brake handle. So yeah, but everything's coming together. It's a little more work to do than what we previously thought. All right, folks, so as you can see, got the two sides cut out. One for the e-brake, the other for the torque arm. Obviously one side a little higher than the other. Came out to these little pieces. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually reuse this steel since it's the same gauge metal as the rest of it to box it in. And look at all the dirt that came out of the bed rail, or bed frame rail. So that's next up. Clean those pieces up, clean that area up, get it ready to get welded on, hit it with a little spray paint that underside, and basically get the bed back on. So we about some moves. Trying to document as much as I can, but keep it going. That's the thing about doing this, is it's hard to do a video on everything and try to get it done in a timely place, because obviously I'm doing this for somebody, so trying to get it done, I wouldn't say as quick as possible, but definitely as efficiently as possible. But yeah, just keep it lit. All right, y'all, so got it boxed up. As you can see, all boxed in. Don't make fun of my welds. Boxed in, ready to go for the e-brake and torque arms. So now we can put the bed on and continue the process. And then also put some primer on the underside of these welds, since whoever did them before didn't do it. Then probably let the customer clean those up and do what he wants to do on the outside. So now we will have clearance for e-brake cables to pass through and for that to sit flush. So almost there, making progress. Catch y'all on the next one.
Thanks for watching.